As your tech homeboy, I felt pressed to do this video. I've been thinking about doing it for 2 weeks now. So make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe if you can. I want to talk about my situation, why I got laid off, what I'm doing next, and how I'm still giving the same advice to people to still get into the tech industry. So if you're new here, I talk a lot about people getting into the tech industry, how to get started out in the tech industry. And the irony is that last week, when I think it was Amazon and it was another company. Oh, it was UPS or FedEx, one of the postal companies. They had a large layoff, most in history, and then Amazon had one. And I was like, man, what's going on? How come you're seeing a lot of these large layoffs? ConocoPhillips had a large layoffs. And at the time, as I'm shooting this video, it's Saturday, obviously, the 22nd, I think, or the 23rd. And Verizon just announced that they are having a huge layoff, I think the most in history. And they also have an office in Dallas. So you got a lot of these tech and non-tech companies doing massive layoffs for a lot of the same reasons. Reorganization, new president has a new direction they want to go. Some people say AI. And that was like the topic of the video I was going to shoot last week, was about the impact of AI on the job market, on what you should be doing, and particularly the impact of AI or the relationship between AI and these massive layoffs. That's specifically what I was going to talk about. And talking to my coworkers at the time, we were like, we don't really think we know that AI is not replacing all these people. And we think it's like a domino effect. Once one corporation sees a large layoff, you see the next corporation, and they all have the same reasoning behind AI. I guess this is for future use of AI, but AI is not being used at the level to replace 25, 35,000 people. And so it's very odd. And I think it's just an excuse, really. This whole the utilization of AI, I think, is an excuse for a lot of CEOs to get rid of people they've been wanting to get rid of, to close projects they've been wanting to get rid of, and explore this new climate they were in. So the irony is that the same week I was going to make the video, I was also laid off. My employer laid off all of the people, 90% of the people in the Agile department, and basically said that they have no use for the Agile coaches or the Scrum Masters, that it will be incorporated in everything they do, and the engineers and product owners, etc., will be responsible for that. So now for me personally, I anticipated this because once we got a new VP and some of their announcements didn't bode well for our department, and I didn't feel confident, right? So I did something that I should have been did, which was register in my local community college for CCNA, which is a Cisco Certification Network Administration. And my journey that I might get into later if I have time, my journey would be to get into cloud security. So my class ends May. There are 3 classes. Each class is 2 months, and the class ends in May. So, for me personally, they didn't attribute AI to being laid off, but they did say they wanted less managers and wanted to pump out more products. And so I knew where that left me as an Agile coach. And despite the constant assurance by management, and not so much management, but by leadership, that we were here to stay, that our work was valued, the opposite happened. And so here I am, unemployed, on the job market, and I am the one making the video now about myself and my situation. But again, it's not due to AI. They never attributed anything to AI. So I will be fine. I was given a good deal to leave, which is why I love the tech industry. Is that you're usually not just fired. Usually let go with some severance and additional things. So I was let go with severance and some additional payouts, and I'm going to be in a good position, for a good time. And I intend to use this free time to study more, to spend more time with my family, to accomplish more projects, and to hone in on some of my entrepreneurial endeavors. And I've been doing that successfully now. That's why you see me with this highlight yellow shirt, because I'm about to go do some service work. And any of you who are looking into any of you who are looking into entering the tech space, I still think it's a good time. Even though the hiring is not stable right now, I still think it's a good time to get into the space, especially if you're not already in the space. Obviously, if you're new to the space, this is the time to get into the space, because this is the time to study. This is the time to pick up what you need to get to, grow, and sow seeds to network and relationships. This is the time to do it. So when the things are back on the upswing, hopefully next year, you are in a good position. You're not starting from behind. So don't use my experience, other people's experience as a reason to not get into the industry. I still think it's a valuable industry to get into, and a lot of us should be trying to get into the space. Now, I mentioned my entrepreneur endeavors. On the flip side, I am your tech homeboy, but as y'all know, I've been packing and moving people for a long time. Additionally, I've leveraged a lot of my clients and my Rolodex. Let's just say my Rolodex. I've leveraged my Rolodex, my CRM, to market my groundskeeping services. Yes, groundskeeping. So when you move into a home, or I'm packing you into your new home, I am going to leverage our relationship to offer my groundskeeping services. Now, initially, I was targeting homes, but I've had some success with apartment complexes and just other kind of commercial properties. And it's this new freedom in time, I guess, has allowed me to really be another person. I'm able to spend more time calling people, marketing, obviously, whether it's in person, email, on the phone, and the execution of the job I'm able to complete as well. So I just want to tell you about my situation, where I got let go, what's going on in that space, where I plan to pivot, and what I'm doing now. Tell me what y'all think. Tell me if you're on a job search. Tell me if you want to get into the industry. If you have any more questions about my situation or about the services I offer, leave a comment, leave an email, let me know. I'll love to chat with y'all. Make the best of y'all Saturday. Make sure you seize the day.